Welcome to the fascinating world of traffic signals. Today we have been called out to Stennis Airport Road and 603. This radar here, the state wants us to move it to this mast arm so that they can get a little more vehicle detection on this side street here. So that's what we're gonna do today. It looks like we have enough cable throughout the pull boxes to have the length of the cable so we don't have to re-pull a new one. But pretty simple task. We're gonna get this radar moved, and shout out to Wavetronics, best vehicle detection in the industry. And we're gonna get it put up here and everything zoned out back here. So come along with us and let's get right into it. All right, first things first, I already measured it out. The distance of this one on the mast arm here and where it needs to go. It's a little bit further here. There's slack up by the radar, as well as we got slack on the pull box here. And we got slack on the pull box across the road. So let me tug on this cable, the slack we need, and have it on this side, and can get the slack into the manhole and then up the arm. There you go. I always like to leave a little bit of slack in the pull box anyway, so if we can make do. I got a couple feet here. Guess I needed more in the cabinet, and or if this cabinet gets hit, I like to have a few things of slack throughout the intersection that you can pull back to. And then hopefully you can remake up everything in the cabinet. All right, let's go ahead and gather tools for our bucket guy and what he's gonna need. Clearly, won't need a grinder. They hose clamped it, the previous people that installed it. We'll need a drill. Let's get batteries. Let's get a hole saw. Everything he'll need to punch a hole in that pole. All right, while he's working on disconnecting that radar, let's go ahead and flip that switch right there. That's gonna go ahead and disconnect that from the local device here. So that radar is not communicating. I don't think a lot of cars are gonna come through, but we can put in a call for phase 4. And it'll just continuously cycle to it for the time being. Oh yeah, that's the worst part of this cable. You see how brittle and frail it gets. That's not the radar cable, that's just our conductor cable. But that's why it's very important to have these covers in place, because the sun eats away at these pretty bad. Oh, there is a lot of ants in there. Get our cable out though real quick. I hope y'all are recording. And not mess with a lot of the ants. All right, as you can see, it's coming pretty easy. He's feeding it back in the pole. Let's pull it out. All right, now I want to get all the slack I can get from this pull box to the bottom of the pole, and then he can tie or drop a string down to me. Tie it all together up there. But as I pull, you can see it's pulling easy. And there we go. Leave a little bit of slack, not a lot, just because we're just limited already. Now, keep it all organized. Take the head of your cable and walk. Plenty length on it. Oh, we're about to go hunting for crawfish instead of work, dude. Typically, you put anything in there that disturbs them, and they'll come up. It'll make them come up to the top, and they'll try to push it off. What is it?
You already pulled all that?
Most of the stuff from there too, yeah. Pretty much ready to go back in. We got slack for it. And yeah, we'll probably put it on the very end of the arm, so. Any chance you got some WD-40? Because that PB Blast, there may be another can of PB Blast in here. Was that the one from my truck the other night that wouldn't spray any?
Yeah, I bought some from Harbor Freight. I don't know if I put it in here or not.
But it'll definitely be burnt up after. Is that oil right there though? That'll work. I can go get a water bottle. Dude, for real? This is a different one. This one ain't it, but this is a damn Walmart one. I don't even want it now. I mean, is that your Sprite or like an old one?
Yeah.
Just need a delivery method. Try to fill out or pour some of that oil in here. All right, so he's gonna have to open up the end of the arm here. We're gonna try to put that radar right after that last 3-section head. He opens that up. If he can fish tape all the way out of it, or it'll come down to the ground, I'll tie a string on, then he can pull it all the way back. Then he'll just drop a string down from there and then pull it all the way out and drill a hole and hang that radar where it's facing this approach all the way back that it can at about 100 and probably 120 feet from the where it's at over. I think those things reach out to be 140, 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, we'll call it. So every step you take is about 3 feet. So when you walk and like a decent stride, you can't take baby steps. And then also don't overdo it, but about 3 feet every time you take a step, 15 steps. So we got 45 feet that to get there, or just a 45-foot arm. This is 17 to the break, and in my head we got plenty of cable. Hold your cable with your right hand. If you're 6 foot, your wingspan is also 6 foot. So hand to hand, that's 6 foot each time. For you shorter fellas, just count it as 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can already stop counting at this point. We got plenty, because all we need is about 55 to 58 feet, and we got well over 60 here. So cable length, we're good. And for anybody that wants to question that, I'm 100% right. You can't. Been doing it for years. I can step off better than a rolling wheel can typically and have the right measurement. Yeah, convince me that I'm wrong in the comments. Oh, you forgot to yell headache. Headache! Nah, hole. I hope y'all see this well enough. I probably don't even see any of it. Probably ain't holding it out well for you too. Oh yeah, I hear it going down that arm pretty well. Damn the ants, dude. Oh, we've gone this far now. Let's just tape it all up. Oh, would you look at that? It's just going a little too easy. God, we're gonna be home at a decent hour today. That ain't right. Keep pushing. All right, so he's got the fish tape coming out the end of the arm. He pushes enough. When there's a little clear end of traffic, I'll be able to just grab it, pull back, tie some string on, and he can pull back up to him. Hold that. All right, we out the way. Nothing's gonna catch it. No kind of vehicles that are actually tall enough to hit this thing are coming through. I just gotta make sure I don't drop it. So, let's tie a couple knots on our string. All right, good. Oh, just like that. Get back. All right, I can come over here now and tug on the fish tape from this end out the pole. And there it goes, nice and easy. Hopefully not get hooked again. But I think we're already almost there. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, if you want to cut it, and well, hey, feed me a little more, or have you already cut it? I'm gonna just get it down here and I can roll up the tape. All right, so he's tied together the 2 strings, the one that was coming down that's attached to the cable and the one going out the pole. Now, we're just gonna take this cable and feed it up to him. Pretty simple task. All right, guys, and professional speaking here. To help with this cable pulling, you go, and now it's gonna freely pull up in there, very easy. just a little spit on it, you know. All right, now he's pulling again. You just don't want that cable to get hung up. If it does, communication is key. And all right, yeah, that's it. All right, past the bend on the shaft, so going good. And it's gonna pull all the way to him pretty easy. Oh no, are we gonna have enough? He ruined the surprise by pulling it out already. I'll hold that. All right, breaking out the laptop here. He ain't necessarily done and ready, but I don't know the last time I charged my laptop, so let's charge it. Make sure it's gonna be good. This laptop tray so cluttered. Let's plug her in and see if we're getting some power. All right. Now, just gotta wait for him to rehook up that radar. Then we'll send power back to it, get connected to it, and then program it. He'll probably have to drive the bucket truck or my truck into these lanes so I can set them up. That'd probably work. I'd bring it out further, but like that looks good. When there's no traffic, these radars can be a little bit of a pain to program, but like in an area like this, a side street can be a pain. You just got to get somebody to drive it around a bunch of times. It's so crazy. It's trying to tell me my SD card can't handle the truth. It records all the time just fine. See, this is one thing I hate of this Acer laptop. The power cable just, like, look how loose that is. She's a dirty girl. She's been used a little too much. See? Just falls right out of her. All right, let's plug into our local device. Quit joking around. Go into your network device settings, Ethernet. You need to change your IP address. This is Windows 11, a little different on Windows 10, but your protocol 4, you need to change your IP address to be one off of the local device you're trying to connect to. And now we can connect. You can go into like Google Chrome or any kind of Explorer, type in the IP address of the local device. 1.128.38. You're not gonna be one off on this one. Now, you can see we picked up everything. You can see the properties of the device, the sensors. So they did have advances out here on this device at one point. It looks like this is a whole different intersection those advances were at. Maybe they put a 656 on there, brought the 650 down. Can only imagine. But if you hit Discover Advanced Sensors, that should drop it out of the screen altogether, because nothing will pick up. Discovered 1/1/2006. So that's been some time, and those advances are probably working great. So, but they're gone. Don't need to worry about them. This sensor here is the one that he's reinstalling. Once it's wired up, we can go through and get it reprogrammed. So when your bucket guy's working, what do y'all like to do? Sometimes I like to just go for a little jog, you know, get the blood flowing when you ain't got nothing else to do. All right, I took the vest off because I was running. Y'all watch that workout channel, link down below. Not really, I'm not doing that. But I do want to give a shout out to, if I can pull it up, all the channel members. So let's go ahead and do that. Michael Bernard, appreciate you. Evan Hart, 42 Radio, Noah's Tech, Jude McCoy, Chris Ferguson, Kyle FTW. You've been around for a long time. Appreciate you, brother. Matthew Claro, James Nesson, Matt Clarick, Terry Wilson, For the Birds, Jim Hook. All of y'all been around for a while. Chris L, 6-footer, Jesse Wine. Dude, 9 months, dude. Y'all are fucking killer. Sorry, pardon my French. I shouldn't have cussed there. Brandon Gilmore, thank y'all for supporting the channel. And if you want to join that list, somewhere on the YouTube app you can find it. Become a member. Appreciate y'all. All right, also don't forget a ground cable. So got him drill bit. He'll drill through real quick and pop a self tapper and this ground cable in there. So, and then he'll be done with that radar. All right, so he has a radar hooked up, supply power to it. I like to turn it on and turn it off. And it's hard to tell on here, but this light, indication light, keeps glowing a little bit after when it's hooked up to one of the matrix radars. So that just indicates that it's hooked up. At least the power side's right. Now we just booted it on, so it may not find it just yet, but we search, and there it is, popping right up. And that's our ID number, whole 9 yards, radar information. It's already been programmed at one point, so it's there. So it's gonna keep trying to search, but no other sensors on here. We can connect into it. And don't worry about doing the firmware. And now, settings, everything is still the same approach, leave it be. And these lanes here, we're pretty much just going to clear everything and start from the basics with it. So, let's do that. So these lanes here, we are just deleting. So you kind of just click on it and delete the lane. And now, hard to tell while he's right in front of it. So right now it's gonna be real sporadic since he's moving around up there. But once he moves out the way of the sensor, I'll need him to do the approach in my truck so we can program it, mainly because I don't think we're gonna get vehicles coming down, not consistently at least, to program it down there. I love me some Diet Coke. Dude, if any of y'all, I don't know who a Tatum is, I ain't sharing with Tatum. If any of y'all ever want to give me something nice, I wear size Monster, 0 sugar, and Diet Coke. Go back down again and stop. Man, if you come up and stop where that only sign or whatever is, I kind of want to put the zone back there. Just so it's only when traffic's held up is they'll actually get a call. For what? Oh no, that wouldn't be the right thing. to kind of program, all you do is click on it, add lane, and then I know this veers off. I already have it set up to the stop bar, but it's pretty much aligned with it. And you can see him coming through until it kind of veers off, and you can widen the width. So let's do 16 feet. He's stopping about where I want him to. So I was going back again. And I may need a touch up on this lane. It ain't necessarily the stop bar, but all of this is a yield to leave, so I want to cut that out. But if this traffic backs up enough, then I want them to get a vehicle call right where he's at. So as you can see, he stopped there. Let's pull up on this. Pretty much either one of these lanes, if there's a vehicle present in these specific spots, it will put in a call on this approach here, and they will get a green light and or hold up traffic for them to be able to veer out and clear out. So I like that, and let's save it. That little save button. Now that's just our lane configuration. The zones are what actually put in the vehicle calls. So we got to line these up with the lanes, and once that's done, people will stop being mad at us for holding up the traffic here. Our zones, verification, pretty simple to watch. Right here, we can X out. You can verify outputs here. We're hooked back up. Still connected. Hit save channel map, verification again. Take off the vehicle call on 4. And then we're gonna just verify, make sure it's all working like it should. And then when it is, we can just get paid for this job and be good to go. Easy way to tell. Also, if you want a little trick here, go into phase data, N-lock and miscellaneous 5. There's a 1 right now on the NL memory. Let's zero that out, and then let's just walk over to each one. Really any of them, because we just walk over, and if we trip that sensor, it's gonna hold in a call. And yes, me just walking right in the lane and going the right direction with it. If I'm walking backwards, it shouldn't pick me up properly. But if you're going with the direction of the radar, then we would know. And 4's already on. As you can see, there's a green light on 4. It is working just fine. Let's put that NL memory back in so that they don't keep calls locked on it. What is it? Yeah, I guess we'll hit Rodriguez Street on the way back to the shop. All right, that's pretty easy setup on this one. Let's turn off the computer, disconnect from everything, and get on out of here.
There's a horsefly that likes your truck.
Probably lives in that thing. I had one flying around in it the other day. I tried killing it. It almost made me wreck. Probably so.
Back and forth, and I opened the window.
It's like, I'm coming back. Yeah, I mean, with how much BO I've had the past few days from how much sweating we've been doing, I'm sure he likes the aromas in there. All right, guys, this little short one is complete. Everything looks great, programmed, working like it should. Hopefully these people over here in the kiln will be happy with the results. And yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for helping out.